pleading. This video that you're about to watch, please watch it to the very end of it. Watch this video and be the judge by yourself. What you're about to watch will shock you. Very sad one indeed. Nigeria security architect have collapsed completely. What happened yesterday is a very annoyed one. But that is not the main news of the day. The main news of the day is the message that came direct from the office of the USA Mayor, Michael Arnold.
Okay, hold it there, my brother. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Another information don't drop. And also, our duty here now to get you informations. If I am here, we boss ozi. Ayaga haru here alone. We cannot do it alone because I see in this our struggle now there is a wave of detractors. People who are their main job is just to distract anyone who cares to listen to us. Why do I say so? If you go to most of the videos I publish, you will find out that you will see a lot of people. It's either they tell you this one is a lie or this one they tell you this one is AI. Sometimes I begin to blame the Igbo man who made all this English known to Africans. Because in Nigeria now, you will capture a senator who is stealing money with billions of dollars in his hand. You know what he tell you? It will tell you it is AI and a lie. Or next one, he will tell you that it is his political opponent that are trying to bring him down. That thing is happening in this Biafra struggle. You see a lot of people now, instead of them to believe in what you are saying, or they make their own research, all they will keep on doing is coming to every comment section. I have seen them. They commented on my page, and they also go to another person's page to comment the same thing. It's a lie. It's AI. So with the wave of detractors now, my brother, my only advice to you who still have faith in what we are doing, please don't let them to distract you. Please, I beg you, don't let them to distract you. Nobody is a kid again. You have every right. You have your smartphone. Whatever information you heard that you feel is not clear, go to Google and ask Wikipedia. Biko, I heard you. I beg you in the name of whatever you believe. Biko, Otako Hanum no. This message you're about to watch now, US Mayor by name Michael Arnold have confirmed the release of Nnamdi Kanu. According to the information where they reach us here now, you don't confirm, say Nnamdi Kanu is going to be released. Big congratulations to the Biafrans. Today, it is unbelievable. But I would not like to waste much of your time or mine as well. I would like you to just listen to the rest of this video, and as you're watching, please kindly like, share, comment, and subscribe. We are here to serve you better. There's a room for interjection moving forward. All these things is just to make sure that we do it to the benefit of you, not to me. I cannot listen to myself. No, I do it, you watch, and you are the one to give the testimony whether the message is okay or not. But I see a lot of people, instead of them to encourage or pinpoint the area that we are lacking behind, the only thing they will tell you is a lie, is a AI, is a propaganda. My brother, continue with your distraction, okay? At the end, everybody must receive their payment. Whether you do good, my brother, your payment is awaits you. You do bad, your own payment is also awaits you. Judgment day will awaits for everybody. That is where whatever you do. If you lie, my brother, wait for your own. If you speak true, wait for your own. If you are the agent of distractors, going from one page to the other, distracting people not to listen to what you are doing, my brother, your pay is coming. So please, as you are watching, follow us on all our social media handles. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's go there.
Signing the release of Nnamdi Kanu. So please, I know this message is going to annoy the enemies of Biafrans and the enemy of Nnamdi Kanu. But better still, and for your own good, please do well to watch this video to the very end of it, because what you're about to hear will shock you. Nigeria have fallen. There's no way they will escape the wrath of America. Let's watch the video.
Okay.
Don't fire. You don't need to. Okay? You don't need to. We have sufficient platforms that should do that. And they will have.
What you are about to listen now, you may not understand it because the video is not showing to you. Is Nigerian army commander advising the troops at the war front that when they see Boko Haram, they should not attack them. They can only keep their bullet for defense. Do you know what he said? He said that the Boko Haram, that their machine guns is more superior than that of Nigerian army, a country who said they are sovereign state, that no country have to intervene. is telling their military, when you see bandits, when you see Boko Haram, when you see terrorists, say make you not attack them, make it they pamper them with kid glove. Unless when they attack you, then you attack back. You can imagine that. It's a failed nation. It's a failed nation. Now, people of Sokoto State, in the whole of Sokoto State, where they have caliphate, is leaving their homes. Have you ever seen the idiot called Sultan of Sokoto? The only thing he did is going to Asorok to congratulate Bola Ahmed Tinubu for not interfering in the buying of Christians or every other one who did not believe on their Sharia ideology. That is the only thing he went to Asorok to do, to compliment Tinubu. Don't forget, before he go there, the so-called idiot Yakubu, Jack Gowen, don't go there already. Go to tell Tinubu, say he is doing well in all sectors. You can imagine that. This person who is selling Tinubu is doing well in all his sectors. He arrived from London to Abuja and he's going to turn back from Abuja back to London. He's not going to his state, Plateau, because his hometown has been overtaken by foreigners who are terrorists. The people, Ojukwu told him that right before your eyes, people is going to be killing your people for no reason, for no any provocation. He thought Ojukwu was blabbing. Today, it don't happen. As I'm talking to you now, Yakubu Jack Gowon have no village again. The only village he have now is in Westminster, London. That is the only place he have a home. So please, let us continue listening to this video. And make sure you subscribe, like, share, and comment.
Better reach than your personal weapons. Keep your ammunition.
I beg, listen very well. Listen very well.
If there is any immediate threat to you, that is when you use it. But please allow us to use the bigger guns so that we will clear the road. Is that clear? I don't want all this indisciplined firing that people will just do. You are not seeing anything. You will waste your ammunition without killing even a pigeon. We don't want that. So just take it easy. We'll line up, we'll move, and we'll get there by the grace of God.
Okay.
Okay? So we're not going to waste time. That Emra should start moving now. Okay.
Unlock your stay for less with app exclusive prices. Download the free.
While a day. Or I don't hear what they talk, right? You hear what they tell them. Say, may they no fire, so may they hold their weapon. Unless when they are an immediate threat or imminent threat, that is when they will use their rifle. But when they see Boko Haram moving in their numbers, say you should avoid them because they are going for their own ministry. And we are in our own ministry. That is Nigerian Army Commander telling the troops. This is how they use them for sacrifice at the war front. Every blessed day you keep hearing 100, 200 military men are dying. No any village was invaded. No any place was being burned down. But go to Imo State and see what they are doing there. Any single provocation, every house in that area must go down. Whether you know anything or you don't know anything. Ado, the one Nigeria. We are waiting. I can adjourn the junction box.
How are U.S.-Nigeria relations right now?
So that happened back in October, and the initial reaction from the Nigerian government was pretty hostile. But over time, I think, as there was more attention paid to it, it just became so undeniable. And the point of these designations is not just to say, you're a bad country, we don't want to work with you. The point is to help the people who are being killed, to help the people who are being kidnapped, and to make sure that religious freedom is protected for everybody. And that's a real value. It's an American value. It's an international value. And it's a value for a lot of Nigerians. And so this has moved into a more cooperative stage. I think that's a very positive thing. There have been some recent recommendations given to the president from Congress, Congressman Riley Moore, Congressman Chris Smith, the House Foreign Affairs Committee, different committees. They've really put a lot of effort into this with great recommendations. I very rarely have seen such incredible effort from an administration as I've seen right now with Nigeria. And there has been good responses. I think from some portions of the Nigerian government, there have been some personnel changes and things. Interest in improving security, interest in helping the IDPs. Father Remy and you both mentioned the issue of Sharia criminal law, blasphemy laws, mob violence that can lead to the death penalty. There, it's a really terrible thing. There's a number of different issues, but those recommendations, if they're followed through, could in the next few years really make a huge difference. But they have to be followed through.
POP pay you? Are they paying asking you to do this because that's the answer many people to,
and I'm separating it from the issue of Biafran separation. That's not my interest in talking about this whatsoever, but it is an indictment of the tyrannical lawlessness of this administration. Here's the facts. First of all, even Nigerian courts have said the branding of IPOB as a terrorist group is bogus. There was never any due process. It was just a proclamation, and there's no evidence to support it. The United States doesn't accept that. I don't believe any country outside of the cadre in Abuja actually believe that it's a terrorist group. They did that.
No other country has prescribed IPOB apart from Nigeria.
So it's, first of all, it's clearly an effort to silence them. Second, Nnamdi Kanu carries a British passport as well. He's a British citizen as well as a Nigerian citizen. He was broadcasting from London. Never once, and it was challenged in court over and over again, there was never once any act of violence that was traced to any word that he spoke. Not once. There's not one act of violence that they can say came about as what he said. He spoke on foreign soil. And then he went to Kenya, does not have an extradition treaty with Nigeria. He was abducted, tortured, and illegally rendered to Nigeria. The Kenyan government said it was illegal, and they protested. The international community has protested. So, they come up with a bogus label of terrorist that nobody agrees with. They grab him for saying words on foreign soil that were not traced to any violence, and then they illegally render him back. They put him on trial under a law that had been repealed. His attorney kept saying, Your Honor, what is the law? Show me the law. What are you being prosecuting for? It does not exist. There is no law under which he was prosecuted. The old law, there was no continuation clause. There was zero legal basis for his prosecution. And then he was found guilty of what? Violating what? Simply offending the government is what he...
No, they said most of the things he said ignited violence and led to the death of
never proved
security agencies and individuals and
absence. That is called tyranny. When you can grab somebody out of another land and you can condemn them for words they said that you don't agree with, even though they're not against the law. And you can sentence that person to life in prison and transfer them to Sokoto, 700 miles from the people that were feeding them, taking care of them, 700 miles from the appeals court. Sokoto, it's throwing him in a dungeon. They grabbed a guy because they didn't like his words with no law, with no legal basis. They illegally grabbed him, a foreign citizen on foreign soil, and they throw him in a dungeon in Sokoto. That's tyranny. I don't care what tribe he's in. I don't care what he was advocating. That's tyranny. That's evil. And it's an indictment of this government. The fact that he's still in prison illegally is tyranny. That is tyranny. There is no legal justification for it. They never made the case. They never showed what law they were prosecuting. The government didn't like him, and they threw him in a dungeon, just like they did with the Israeli filmmakers.
Why do you think the government may not have liked him? Because many would say, some people who believe in him call him the prophet of their time, because most of the things he warned about the massacre of the people of Nigeria are today, the reality of most of these indigenous Nigerians. But so many would say that, is there anything he actually did speak about that hasn't come true? So what exactly is his crime? But why do you think the Nigerian government did not like him enough to ensure that he was duly persecuted?
Well, I'll talk about it in terms of physics. There's no such thing as darkness. It doesn't exist. It's the absence of light. They operate in darkness. They're evil people operating in darkness, and he was shining the light. He was speaking the truth, but they say he was just teaching history. He was just pointing out the obvious about the Constitution, about the founding of Nigeria, about the whole British machinery that they put in motion. That's what he was doing. And that's a threat to the powers that be, because it's the truth. And they can't stand the truth. They can't live in the light because they are children of...
Nnamdi Kanu is in jail today because he's different from Sunday IGBO. If Nnamdi Kanu were to be Sunday IGBO, he would be campaigning for Tinubu in the southeast now. Because it's the same terms that they gave to Sunday IGBO that he accepted that Nnamdi Kanu has rejected over the last 10 years. So please don't insult it. I don't know what he will do tomorrow. But the Nnamdi Kanu that I went to campaign for in Aba last week is not somebody, it will be, I don't even know what to call it, if it's a heresy to compare the two of them. As per Sunday IGBO, who I don't know too well, But I've always stated that their own brand of politics is what they call Amala politics in your state. It is politics of chop I chop. It is what they used to call during in the Southeast or Robombo. Rub my back, I rub your back. So, but what Sunday Igboho is going to quickly realize is that it is going to be in the hall of infamy. Like the Nzeribes of this world, who once said that if Babangida did not become president, he will kill himself.
Yes.
Right? Both him and Babangida have become invalid. You know, it's like Nnamdi Kanu, who said if Abacha did not become president, he will kill himself. Abacha has died. His own political career died forever. It's like Baba Adedibu in Ibadan, who says that Obasanjo, if he doesn't do third time, he will kill himself. He has also died. So these are ideas that will not last. And I have no doubt that Sunday Igboho has just automatically, if he was ever relevant, just retired himself into the infamy of the people I mentioned. And his own might be worse, because the whole community might be cooking for him very soon. I will go to anywhere in Nigeria to campaign, and I want to see him come and stop me. And I'm sure he will never try. So some of it is also psychological. They're just using them to scare you so that you won't stand up, you know, because they know if Tinubu is truly supported by 33 governors, why is he afraid of? Why is he afraid of rallies? Yeah, that tells you that it is the governors that are becoming the people and not the campaign. Shot him. He provided remains, bones of people they claim were these engineers. And when they did the DNA test, they found out that they were not the people who died. So what I'm glad happened with this particular man called Umahi is that his admittance that he's the most powerful person or powerful minister under Tinubu allowed his other victims to come out. And that is why we always warn people, you can commit crimes and get away with it at some point, yes, but you will never get away at all times.
Yes.
Now his crimes are catching up with him. Apart from the 5 Netherland engineers that are missing under his watch, there's also a family that has been in jail since 2025 that he ordered to be sent to prison in Boeing. Don't forget that this same Umahi constructed one of the most expensive airports where even a drone doesn't land today in Ebonyi. So his crimes are catching up with him and he must answer for them. We are not asking that he should be fired alone. Umahi must be arrested and investigated, tried, and appropriately dealt with. So I'm sure more information will come out. You see, you can't just say that people disappeared because there's communal clash. Ebonyi is not the only place where there are communal clashes in Nigeria, where people disappear. We'll still find out what happened to them. So it has been established now that he has a hand in it, and there is prima facie case that he has information about their disappearance.
Will you be calling for a stepping aside from the office as
for us to have independent, proper, and transparent investigation, he has to step aside so that he will not interfere with investigations in a serious country. If he fails, he will step aside with the people who are protecting him when the time comes. All of them will be forced to step aside. Nigerians are not joking anymore. As you guys are aware, I spent last week in Aba, in Abia State, and I've never seen how determined people are. You know, and you can say whatever you want to say. It wasn't an IPOB event. There was not even an IPOB flag.
Nothing.
It was just the Nigerian people asking for a revolution.
Yes.
In Aba, in Ariara Market.
Yes.
And in front of soldiers, soldiers in their light numbers came, but they resisted them, and we had a great outing there. That's telling you that they're sending a message to the, they always tell you that some parts of the country based on ethnicity don't want Nigeria to be better, or because of religion they don't want the Nigeria that we call for. We are getting to find out, not for the first time, that there's unity of the oppressed.
Yes.
And we'll take it through to flush these guys out of our system. The killers, the corrupt people, and the dangerous politicians who have held Nigeria's future, past, present, and future to ransom. Yes.
Sir, how will you describe the action of the Epstein minister of building a luxurious mansion for Nigerian?
I didn't know that there were mansions until I saw the videos yesterday. He called them duplexes so that he can fool people. But this is what I will say to you. Nigerians should get to a point and listen to this. That if you are brought before a judge that collected house from Wike, just tell the judge to recuse himself.
Very well.
There's no judge who is going to take that mansion who can ever do justice in Nigeria.
True.
It's not possible. You know, no judge. And this is not the first time judges are challenged when they are ethically compromised.
Exactly.
Gani Fawemi challenged Supreme Court justices who collected Mercedes-Benz from Babangida during Abiola's time. And they couldn't sit. And those Mercedes-Benz have now become extinct. The judges have died. But Gani's name and his position at that time remains forever. Any judge, even if this is a judge that's handling my case, if I hear that is one of the judges that got the house, I'll tell him to recuse himself. There's no way I can get justice from a judge who is living in that mansion. In fact, the moment you get that house, you will not be living in Nigeria anymore. You will not think Nigeria, you won't behave Nigeria, you won't see Nigeria. Those are mansions that are meant for corruption. And those places should be reallocated immediately to doctors. Because doctors will save more lives. And I'm sure some of the doctors are willing to even share the apartment. So one of them can take like 10 doctors. Especially all these resident doctors, young, vibrant, and savvy. They are willing to just find a mattress to sleep. Why is Wike not building houses for teachers? Why are they not building houses for even all these policemen that are killing people on their behalf?
Che, my people, so we don't finish Nigerian government, Wike, and the so-called APC in FCT. Anyway, the message now here we will take back break. We cannot continue because it's already a longer message. In fact, the message is almost at the end of it. So there's nothing you will hear from Sowore again that you have never heard before. So let's just keep it at that. Have a nice day. I'm a regular control to bless us. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Today is Wednesday, and today happens to be the 18th day in the month of March and in the year of 2026. So please let this message go viral. Mike Arnold, U.S. Mayor, confirms Nnamdi Kanu's release. We are just waiting for the physicality of it. Spiritually, on the paper, Nnamdi Kanu have been released. So let's wait to see what happens in the coming days. Have a nice day. Ke Mesiano.